Hey guys, what's up? It's Bowler welcoming you back for day 14 of our Pokemon TCG Pocket journey. Going completely free to play and not going to be spending anything in these first 30 days. So let me go ahead and start off with our new card for the day. This is another newer set, not quite as new, but I ended up getting out a gold card to kind of show you one of my favorites that I have in the collection. Again, you're not going to see it very well. There's this gold shining Cresselia from Evolving Skies. Put it over here. It's probably one of the more rare cards I have out of Evolving Skies. My pull rates weren't exactly amazing when I bought a good bit of the set, but it's honestly, it's one of my favorite gold cards ever. I think it looks absolutely stunning. Again, the camera's not really doing it justice, but it is an incredibly good looking card, and I've got it sleeved up and everything. Probably should put it along with the rest of a collection just to kind of keep, you know, some of my favorite cards together. Maybe I'll do something to recap those at the very end, just something to be nice. But go ahead and moving on with today's stuff. I'll also warn y'all right now, we're going to have a little bit of another overview, I guess you could say, of how I feel about the game since we're now 2 weeks in. But, you know, what hasn't changed, opening another Mewtwo pack, so that way you can get more psychic stuff. Let's go ahead and move on here. Going to open up this pack. Pawniard, Slowbro. Okay, first time we're seeing that. Helioptile, Coughing, and Wheezing. Actually, very glad I ended up getting both of those, since that'll allow me to look at getting the Dark deck created, since there were some cards I was interested in. Slowbro was the only new card. Cool beans. Back up, and we'll do... So are we able to kind of see what's in? We'll go with Pikachu. How about that? Go ahead, grab this one. Misty, the one like water trainer supporter card that's supposed to be really good, but flipping a coin again is not something I like to do. And Butterfree! I love Butterfree. During your turn, you may heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. I'm sure most people would look at that and say, I'm not sure that that's worth it, but I mean, it could be pretty decent if you build the deck all around that. Got ourselves 110 different cards here. Good deal, and I will go ahead back out, and we will do our one. Okay, not before we level up here. Level 12. Got some hourglasses and other things. Looking at the Wonder Pick for the day. Just shy of 3, so honestly, if there is something that I am really chasing, I could go after. Just keep scrolling here. There does seem to be some pretty good stuff. I just don't know if any of it is stuff I'm really targeting, I guess. I think I'm going to do this one with the Eric in it. We have a 3 in 5 chance of hitting something we actually might need for the collection, so that would be best. I'm going to choose top left here. Another Swoobat. Pretty sure that makes something like 4 or 5 that I have now. Is what it is. Move along. Still send a thank you, of course. Back up. Look at our shop for the day. Go ahead and get the daily. Also have the gift icon up here. I'm assuming somebody gave us a thank for the Wonder Pig. Go ahead and take that. Go ahead and look at our missions. Complete all. And grab 4 hourglasses. Pretty much our daily stuff is done, but we are going to kind of take a look at what we can do in battle mode here. Our new threat is versus Mewtwo EX, which is gonna have Gardevoir. Okay, I think we're gonna try and give this a shot with the water deck that we have built. I'm not 100% on us performing super well here, but we'll give it a try. Okay, Bruxish is at least a neat enough card to see here early. feel like Psyduck is, I guess, better here. Only issue is we only run one... we only run one Golduck, since that's one of the cards we're kind of missing for this deck. Okay, already got Mewtwo EX. That's a little scary, because all they have to do is start building up, him and probably sweep through most of us. And Professor's Research. Found the Golduck, which is very, very good. Go ahead and use Headache. So a really good thing is that they won't be able to use supporter cards this turn. So if they happen to draw into another Professor's Research, they won't be able to. Alright, that is rough. I think we will be out of the threshold of the KO. So that's 40 damage. Yeah. So once we get hit here, I think I will retreat Golduck with the X speed and then KO with Raticate here. Reason being is, again, we want to try and keep some of our heavy damage. Because we've only got so much that we can really threaten our opponent with. Let's see, we see Mewtwo EX coming in here. Probably will be taking that 50. Getting on up there. Raticate will live that. Do this. Go ahead and threaten the 40. Ooh, they'll be able to get in attach with Gardevoir, which basically is putting them at a huge advantage here. So, hopefully with how things go, what should happen is I'll do 70 damage here, and that's going to threaten the KO from Golduck the next turn. So if they decide to try and KO Bruxus here, I think they've put themselves in a losing situation, since we've already gotten one KO. We'll see what they decide to do. They're attaching. Alright. I think we just barely clutched it out, again being able to kind of utilize our high attackers here, preserving Golduck instead of leaving him in to get KO'd. Go ahead and do this, and I guess attach to Farfetch'd, but this should be it. We should receive our 2 points for this KO. And that's all she wrote. And yeah, seeing that Golduck quite early was basically what won us the game. We really do need that second one. But maybe one day. So now we see Machamp and Marowak EX. If I end up getting high rolled by Marowak EX, might quit the game. Sorry y'all, it's all over. Gonna go ahead and try out the Mewtwo deck here, just to try and give ourselves an easier time and get some of these missions done. Seeing Mewtwo EX this early is huge. I do like that. I think we will start out with him. Won't be able to attack for 2 turns, but seeing as they'll at least have some weakness to our Psychic Spheres and things like that. Could threaten some KOs, but Machamp here kind of beefy though. I'm not expecting 70 HP. This seems all well and good, what we got so far. We can go ahead and end turn since we can't attach. Professor's Research. Cubone. Makes sense they'd be going for the Knuckle Punch. Another Pokeball. Again, even though we didn't have any space for the Slowpoke there, it's just better to play the Pokeball to thin our deck out. Kind of see the remaining trainers that we've got there in the deck. Going to actually get Marowak EX here. Going to evolve into Machoke. That makes sense. Going to be doing 50 damage. Okay. So we're okay at the moment, but there's a chance that they have a Machamp EX in the hand, which would be disastrous. But we've already committed to Mewtwo EX here. We're just gonna have to see. Yep, that'd be it. That is 120 damage as well. That is going to easily KO us here. And yeah, we are too far behind now. Just so happened to get all of the pieces they needed super early. Yeah, Clefable here won't even survive. We will play it out just to work on the missions, but not much else we can do. Even if I started with Ghastly, I still would have not been able to KO the Machop before it got to evolve into Machoke. So it is what it is. They didn't even get 1 point there. Alright, try it one more time. May do an extra battle today since that one was just so ridiculously fast. Ooh, this is a very interesting hand. Won't even say bad. Tata's not really what I'm looking for. Let's see if Pokeball gives us something else. I don't think I'm gonna put any of these down. Now, it's a little sad because we won't be able to... Wow, they just keep opening with Professor's Research. That is making it very difficult to keep up. So the Clefable, I don't think is going to be able to KO this turn, but I guess better than nothing. And I think even if they do have the Machoke in hand, that does threaten a KO on it. So better than nothing. These guys, dude, oh my goodness. Some absolute top decks here. Go ahead and put that on Eradicate. I'm gonna X-Speed. Now what I should have done there is I should have put that on this energy on Ghastly, because Ghastly would have also been able to KO this upcoming turn as well. And the big problem with Raticate is actually weak to fighting. I did not account for that before attaching my energy, but it's too late now. Growl, that's fine. So now what we're gonna do here, I think I'll start with Ghastly here just because it's a guaranteed less energy if I draw into Haunter on the next turn. What I would really like to see is I would like to see a Professor's Research. Please? Okay, that's fine. Fine enough. Alright. We want to go ahead and get the knockout here, so we will put in Haunter, and we're going to attach a Slowpoke, just in case we do see Slowbro here. Cubone did not get KO'd. I was incorrect about the opportunity for them to die, and if they get heads, okay. Oh boy, this sucks. Wow, come on now. We really are not going to show any of our trainers or supporters here? Okay. I mean, we're in a good enough spot. I think the best thing we could see next turn is Slowbro. Because I think that does 60. It's not Slowbro. So what might actually happen here is they may try and preserve the Marowak EX and retreat. Nope, they try and go for damage. They hit them both. Lord of mercy. Well, thankfully enough, we've just been sending them out single prize cards, or single point cards, I guess in this case. Alright, Marowak, how does it feel to be done in by a Slowpoke? Or hold. There we go. Finally see that dude. Hit him! See, when Marowak pops off, it's fine, but still should not be your ace card in my opinion. Went and get that victory, and that is actually it. There is not a dark type. So this is something that I actually did think to bring up because we are on our 14th day. I did not do this originally, but we can just view all of the items that we have here. And so we have Pokegold, which we have 13 Pokegold that we have been getting from our level ups. We have the Shine Dust, we have over 5,000. Honestly, this just seems like a super, okay, I won't say easy, but a pretty plentiful resource very early on, and the fact that you just kind of have to get duplicate cards to even use the Shine Dust, I guess that means it's going to stick around quite a bit. The shop tickets, we probably could be using a lot of those, but again, I'm just trying to keep the numbers as matched as possible with what I've spent and the time I have invested without actually throwing those out there. So we have our pack hourglasses, we have 543, Wonder Hourglasses, 230, emblem tickets 52, which again, those aren't too important, those are just for those emblems and the rewind watches. Got 10 of those, so 10 rewinds if we so please. But let me go ahead and get into some of my criticisms that I do have for the game as of right now. I'm not going to retread really the older topics because I want to go ahead and note, yes, I still think those things are an issue. I'll just kind of note some of the other things that we've been building up as we've been spending our time here. And the first one I'd really like to talk about is the actual exchange points. So I brought these up a little bit earlier and I still haven't used them yet. And I'm mainly doing this in the same vein to try and show you exactly how much you'd be getting in the time that we've spent playing the game. So far we have 145 out of 2,500. It's weird that they have a cap on this, but that's a lot of points, so I'm not really... somebody, like, reaching this threshold, it would have to be whaling this game, spending a whole bunch of money. But I'm going to put this down for a second, and I want you to just kind of look at these values for just the common cards. Something like Weedle. So, obviously, Weedle is not, like, an incredibly good card. I mean, it is a Weedle. But it's 35 pack points. And if you've been paying attention, you get 5 pack points for every pack you open. And this means that you have to open up 7 packs before you can exchange for a common. To me, that seems terrible. Like, not good at all. And the weirdest part to me is that when it comes to building decks, sometimes you'd be surprised how many of the commons you're missing as opposed to like the huge big Pokemon. For example, my Exeggutor EX, I still have not gotten Execute. So if I scroll down here and I want to find Execute, guess what? I have to spend 70 pack points to be able to get that, which is half of what I have. You can exchange 70 pack points for 2 commons, and then I'm left with enough points for 2 more commons. And I've been playing this game for 2 weeks. That is not good. The base price I really think should be lowered to something like probably more akin to 25 points. Hopefully, I would really like it to be lowered to 20, because that means that every 2 days you can basically exchange a common. I suppose this issue is alleviated if you're paying for the premium pass, but I'm trying to look at this from the perspective as somebody who is not intending on spending money on this game at all. Literally all I'm spending is my time. And so literally having to open up 7 packs just to get a single common is not good. It's not good and it's not fun, because commons should be one of the things that you should be able to get most frequently, right? I mean, that's what they're for, they're commons. And a lot of people will say, you know, that just takes your time. I mean, again, just in the same way of like opening packs, you're just going to keep going your day by day. But I feel like this is the one thing, besides trading, which we know is not officially available yet, this is the one way you can actually build decks in the game and target exactly what you need. I'll go back to the menu here for a second. As for some of the, like the rares, I guess, like Ivysaur 70 pack points, I still think that's a little high. I don't know if I'd bring it down like by half or anything drastic like that, but still that's a lot that you have to put towards like a single common, or I guess this is an uncommon card. So I think the rates and trading for the pack points is just a little rough. I think that's one of my biggest complaints, because again, I almost feel like I'd be wasting points just by trading for commons when I could just say, oh, well, I'll just spend another week to get the commons that I need from that, or for wonder picks, and then I still don't get either. So it's this never-ending loop of, okay, well, when am I going to get the card that I actually need to make a deck? Which is just, again, it's something in the game that just is going to naturally take time to get decks. You're not going to have probably even 2 or more decks by the end of a month, which I think to some people is going to be really, really disappointing, because they actually like playing the trading card game with other people, but that's just not really, it's not a fast process to get there right now. So yeah, I think if nothing else, bring down the value of commons for sure. And then you could probably just take a second look at everything else. I don't know if I'd bring anything else down drastically, especially for the super rare stuff, because you got to keep it super rare. But that's just one of the most annoying things that I've seen. So as for the second thing, so I really wanted to kind of go over the battle system, and here's the thing, I realized that me personally, I have not gone into this much at all. Like if you go to this random match feature, you have the option for like queuing into it and then choosing your actual like battle stance. I actually have no idea why they call it that, but you get the point. You're either trying to rank yourself as a beginner or say, hey, I've played the trading card game a good bit, I'm familiar with this stuff, and so, you know, I'm not trying to smurf versus new people to get into the game. I'm almost certain that there has been some information already leaked and given to us about future modes for battle, whether that be ranked or then like a season. Whether that be ranked in a season or just something else to kind of give you reason to do it besides, you know, your daily mission. But I'd say even for the daily mission, like there needs to be more. I want to return to the missions menu here. So on the very left, you know how you had your beginner advanced missions? Some part of me thinks that they will add like one on top of that, like master missions or something, that give you the opportunity to, oh, after 50 battles or whatever, you get a good amount of hourglasses or something. And maybe actually what could happen is that to the left of that, there could be a specific rewards for the season or for the month. They could very well do that. I will say right now, battling seems to have no purpose besides being able to like play versus your friends or versus people online. If you enjoy playing the trading card game, awesome. If you don't, it's something you can pretty much ignore and never have to do. Which, again, the game is casual, but I feel like these two things should be in tandem. There's a focus on the collectible part, but now your collection can be used proactively. You can actually battle other people. But one, the collection part is slow, and I'm not even really complaining about that. It's more so that getting the pieces you need or the ones you're targeting seems difficult, whether that be out of a wonder pick or if it is from trading your packs. And two, there's not a lot of incentive to do it. You get as much rewards for doing the AI / solo battles than you do from playing online. I think the ranked mode, or at least some missions for battle that give you a reason to like come back weekly and try and get a mission done, I think is the best thing to kind of convince people that the mode is worth playing, right? Because if you love battle, then absolutely, you're gonna play it, you know, every other day. It'll just be something you can casually go through since, you know, it's a mobile app. Don't have to spend too much time since the matches aren't too long. But because there's really no incentive to play online, there isn't much reason to play it. I still, of course, am doing that because I like to showcase different cards, different decks, all of this stuff, and of course try and get the rewards that we do have and can try and achieve from the solo missions. But for online stuff, they definitely need to look at that down the line. If it's not there on day one, I can kind of excuse it, but it should be available before the end of the year. I think that that is an absolutely necessary feature for them to have. But as for right now, that is all of my complaints with the game. Again, still enjoying my time. I'm taking it as casually as I can, and there's not a whole lot that's really preventing me from having fun. I will say the one frustration is trying to build a new deck. For example, I'll just take you there really quick. So let's say I want to build a new deck here, and some of the cards that I know that I've got a good few of now are Grass and Dark. So again, Executor EX, not the best EX I would probably want to use, but is at least something I can build around, and I don't have Execute, so not really much reason to do that. Connie and Whimsicott, I mean, these are pretty decent Pokemon. I don't think I would exclude them from my deck, but you can't build a single deck around that. And then if I scroll down to Dark, this was another one of the types that I knew I kind of had a good few of. So I've got Grimer and Muck and Coughing and Wheezing. So these are some pretty decent cards. But for Arbok, I'm also missing Ekans, which is another common card that I feel like I should have gotten already, and I just so happen to be missing. Again, Fighting is something you can make another deck around. Psychic, I'm still a little bit low on evolutions and stuff for that, so it's not one it's one I'm chasing, but it's not one I know that I'm close to building, if you get what I mean. And then Water, I'm missing select pieces. I'm missing one Golduck, I'm missing a Bruxish, just some pieces that one will kind of help the deck be more consistent, and two, just kind of fulfill the strategy that I'm looking to get. Articuno EX, again, that's a rare card. I'm not even saying that I, you know, should have another one of those by now. It is just kind of the pieces to even make a deck, right? To make something competent. And you can obviously fill, like, the colorless Pokemon are basically your answer for that. Again, a card like Farfetch is actually good to put in a deck, to just have an option of a card to do 40 damage. But again, still taking into consideration, like, there's still not a whole lot here after 2 weeks that makes me very confident in building a new deck. And even the one I have with Articuno, again, it's not ideal. It's just one I slapped them together and everything, so. I think that's one of the last things that I really do have a complaint about, but overall, still doing okay on that department. Just would like it to be faster. And again, if you're actually spending your pack material and stuff, you probably do have it by now. I am just trying to, again, accumulate as much as I can and show you collectively how much you will have in 30 days. And maybe that's what I'll do. After my 30 days, I'll just go ahead and spend it all and then see how much we get, because heck, I don't got $100 to spend like some of these other content creators out there. So that'll be my way of kind of getting some clickbait, I guess. But I'm not going to keep y'all here any longer with my rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're having a fantastic night or day wherever you may be, and I'll see y'all next time. See ya!